Now then, people, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well. It is Monday, the 16th of June. It's sunny. Wayman's got his guns out. Yes. It's a Chicago Bulls top, by the way. I know it's red. Oh, red. I don't mind the Bulls. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, the last dance and all that jazz. Plus, it's hot, man. So you're just going to have to deal with it. Hope you're all doing well. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. And, of course, hit that notification bell. You will hear loud bangs every now and again. This is because the roof is being fixed as we speak. They've been at it all day. But, yeah, they're out there. These fucking Calagas, all sorts. They're just brand new doing the whole roof, yeah? So that's why you might hear the odd banging and that. Hope you've all been at the beach today with the dog, chilling. It's been quite a slow news day. But what I've done, as we always do, is tended to get everything together. And we can have a chat about it. Now, we did speak about Jaka Bijol the other day and Newcastle. Oh, look at this, by the way. Motherfucker. So, I did put it on as well, so I'm disputing it because I've got proof. I've got proof. The fucking thing was down. So, yeah. We'll be there. We'll be there. Newcastle has a beach. Newcastle has several beaches. But I don't live in Newcastle. I live in Sunderland. But Sunderland also has several beaches. Some very nice beaches, actually, as well. So, yeah. Hey, Joe, loving the town. Listen, I am tanned up to death at the minute. Shall I tell you why? Don't shout at me. This thing of beauty. It's probably not good for me insides, but 2 squirts. Changing the colour of my skin. Yes! Wait till I get on the Manjaro as well, man. Fuck it, man. Botox the lot. They're unreal. Be lost without them. My man knows, man. He knows. Matty knows. There you go. Only cost me 25 quid. Or do you mean my muscles? Is that what you mean? You'd be lost without my muscles, Matty? Understandable as that. Yes, of course I am. I'll be live from 8:30. We'll be there. I'm good, Tommy, man. Thanks for asking. I'm a bit tired, to be fair. I won't lie to you. Woke up. You know, when you get older, you can sleep funny and wake up in pain. Well, yesterday I did that long-ass drive to Doncaster, walked around that massive wildlife park, then drove back, and I was just tired. You know, I'm just tired. I've taken down some drawers today. I'm trying to get rid of that piano. I rang Shelter. They were like, we'll take your sofa bed. We'll take your dining table and chairs, but we won't have your piano. Can't get rid of it. So I'm at the case where I think I'm just going to have to smash it up. I think I'm going to have to smash it up. I'm 49. Are you really? Wow. Botox and fillers are the way ahead, as long as they're done carefully and professionally. There you go. Then boom. Liverpool or Man United up first. We shall wait. Hope good news on the signings. Yeah, it is, right? We've got one through the door. Matcha. Yeah, I can imagine, Tommy, man. I can imagine, mate. I'm done in as well. Let's start then. This was reported the other day. A number of sources. Call Elton John. That's it, Pete. I'm going to applaud you for that, to be fair. So Jaka Bijol. So this is every Monday. This is a roundup, right? Yeah, getting rid of the piano is like trying to get rid of Bamford. And what we're going to have to do is just smash it to pieces, Dr. Cox. Do you know what I mean? We're going to have to. Botox looks... Nah, mate, I can't be dealing with my wrinkles anymore, unfortunately, pal, so I will be joining the club. Carl Berry, thank you very much for your super chat, brother. Thank you. Right, so every Monday, Sky Sports brings you a general overview of the current moves in the international football transfer market. I believe this deal will get done, by the way, just my opinion on it. I think it'll happen this week. But like was said the other day, Newcastle apparently are interested. So it says Leeds United are not alone in their pursuit of Jaka Bijol. Now, zoomed in a little bit too much. He's the Peacock's top defensive priority this summer. Bijol is highly regarded by Leeds, so much so that... Can you hear me still over that? So much so that the English club submitted an offer of around about 15 million euros, which was rejected by the Udinese management. Mate, Derek, I've tried, mate. No one will take a piano, unfortunately. Having played 34 Serie A matches with Udinese this season, the defender has already informed his management that he wishes to leave. He will leave. I think he will come to the Premier League. Furthermore, Bijol had already announced to his teammates in the dressing room last season that he'd be leaving the club during the final days of training at the end of the season. This is new information. Now, it does say, what's more, Newcastle have recently entered the race for the Slovenian signature. You can understand it with the way that they play. Physicality, dominant, that's, the beasts out of their midfield, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Tonali. That's why we need people like Diarra, them box-to-box monsters, because no disrespect, but Tanaka and Ampadu are far too lightweight to be combating that. And this is why we need big animal centre-backs as well, right? The Italian club are due to play a percentage of the players' upcoming sales for Moscow, hoping to secure at least 20 million euros for the target. We look, and Tyler, if you want my honest opinion, I don't think it's true. I think it could potentially be Udinese. It could be agent talk. I don't see Newcastle. I mean, he would fit, but like you said, they've been interested in Mark Guehi in the past. I feel that Bijol is a level below what they want. Do you know what I mean? So I think, I'm not too sure I buy it all that much. And I think it's probably more than likely some agent, some Udinese kind of vibe. I don't see Newcastle actually wanting to get Jaka Bijol. I feel that, that they're a level above. I may be wrong. Definitely not to Leeds United, mate. I'll put my house on it. He's wanted by the likes of Leverkusen and stuff. It's not happening. Mate, I've tried everyone, honestly. I haven't tried them, but no one will take it. He said it's an health and safety thing. I believe so as well. You've seen Leeds are closing the online shop. Shirt price. Why? Why? I don't understand. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't understand that. Surely that can't be right. They must be rejigging it. What about those that are abroad? What about Americans and people in Europe and stuff? That doesn't make sense. This story is next up, folks. So Habib Diarra, he's moved to Leeds United, now deemed imminent by French media, a Strasbourg pick replacement. Okay, what's this? New Fanatics deal, who will run the club shop somewhere. Okay, so it's still going to be available then, yeah? Right, okay. So they're just... Well, there you go then. It's sound. Better infrastructure for international sales. There you go. That's it then. Well, that's good. Well, to be honest, George, there's probably money in it for both parties, and it'll probably mean better shipping and everything, because let's be honest, Leeds United online store, it's not great. Their whole internet thing is pretty shit, ticketing and everything. So this is probably a good move. So yeah, I'm all cool with that. There you go. Yeah. Love that name, by the way. Llewellyn Whittingham. Got to be Welsh. So Habib Diarra moved to Leeds United, now deemed imminent by French media, a Strasbourg pick replacement. They have picked a replacement. They have signed him, but I'm not sure that move is imminent, because why hasn't it moved on? Why hasn't it moved on, folks? Why now? A Leeds United. Well, but then again, I suppose we bid for Jaka Bijol around about the same time. You're Brummy with a name like Llewellyn. Are you sure? Hope we can get Diarra really excited by this. Yes, agreed. Sean, I hope you're well. But Habib Diarra moved to Leeds. Let's see what they say. Obviously, we've signed Lucas Mecha, which is happy days with that one. I was really surprised the amount of people trashing the signing because he's free. It's mad. Anyway, let's have a look what this article says. Now, French media say Habib Diarra move to Leeds is now imminent. So it's coming from the French side of things. It says there was a feeling at Leeds that despite making their bid for Diarra, who scored for Senegal against England, a deal would be difficult to do. Well, it looks as if Leeds may be about to do a deal. French outlet Team Football claimed Diarra's exit is now imminent, and Strasbourg have identified a replacement for the captain, with Diarra leaving for Leeds. They picked up Mahmoud Doumbia at Royal Antwerp with a fee of less than 10 million. Doumbia has been approved by Strasbourg's Chelsea owners ahead of a possible bid. This is, of course, Blue Claw. So we'll have to watch this space on that one. If I'm being honest, I still think we'll struggle to get Diarra, but he looks like the kind of player that's... And I listened to Inside Ellen Road podcast, and they were saying they'll have other players. I think if we don't get Diarra, this is where the likes of Longstaff and that come into play, if I'm being totally honest. So watch this space. Again, it's been reported by Give Me Sport that Newcastle want to hijack Leeds' move for Jaka Bijol. I'm not sure I believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, folks. This, again, is absolute BS. This is in the Sunderland Echo, and they're saying in the Sunderland Echo that Leeds have joined Sunderland in the race to sign Cameron Carter-Vickers. No way are we going after Cameron Carter-Vickers. We've also been linked to him on a number of occasions in previous windows. So definitely not. And this is according to Herald Scotland, who report that Sunderland, isn't it always a newly promoted Premier League side or someone on the cusp of promotion to the Premier League? His agent's like, we will get you that move. But not to us. Nah. Apparently we're keeping tabs on him. Leeds, meanwhile, are understood to be exploring multiple defensive options. Maybe he's one that we've looked at, but I just can't see it. Definitely not. Cameron Carter-Vickers has played in the Prem before, I swear, for someone. Let's have a look. So he came through at Spurs, then he was at Sheffield United, Ipswich, Swansea. I think he might have played for Swansea in the Prem, alongside Ashley Williams, do you think? Then he was at Stoke, Luton, Bournemouth, Celtic, and then moved to Celtic permanently. There's not a chance. I think he was at Swansea alongside Mickey van der Horn at centre-back after the injury to first-choice Rodon. Okay. He made 33 appearances in all comps, so that must have been in Champo then. So it wasn't alongside Ashley Williams then. But yeah, Cameron Carter-Vickers, pie in the sky for me, folks. I'm not buying that at all. Here's another one. Leeds United I-12 capped England international deal expires this month. Leeds and Burnley hold interest in Michael Keane as Everton deal winds down, according to the Liverpool Echo. Now, hear me out. You will all say this guy is rubbish. You will all say this is poor, etc., etc. But think about the Mecha deal. Think about the Mecha deal. If you can bring in Michael Keane as a free, as a squad option, I would take it. I would. Look, at the minute, yeah, we have Rodon, Strauch, and Debayo. Debayo, you're not coming. He's not going to feature. Yeah. Really, Owen? Well, I put it on free cycle and it's not gone. But I will do that next. I'll do it next. Yeah, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. Doesn't need to be better. You can't tell me Michael Keane wouldn't be okay as a bench option. I know he's not great, right? I get it. I know he's not amazing. I get it. But if he came in as a free, does it matter? Nah. Again, anyone saying he's rubbish, I'm going to read through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 consecutive seasons in the Premier League with one break in between. He's actually had, he got his debut at Man United, then he went to Burnley. So he's had 9, he's had 11 with one season in the Championship. So I hear what you're saying, but he played 14 games last season, 9 before that, 12, then 32, 35, 31. It's a placeholder. You know, I said the same when Ben Mee went. Ben Mee went to Brentford, and I went, what is that? Listen, we're probably not after Michael Keane, and people will laugh at me and say he's this and he's that, but you're not going to be signing, you know, top-level centre-backs to fill in the bench, are you? You're not. Pascal Straat might not even stay as well. And Keane is a free. Look, much like Mecha. I would take Keane for free. Would you rather him or Tanganga? Me personally, Tanganga. Age, price is still only cheap at 1.2 million and can play 2 positions. I would prefer Tanganga. But if it is serious about Michael Keane, it probably isn't. And he might go back to Burnley like Sam said. But if he's available on a free, why not? If he's willing to sit on the bench, why not? You never know when you're going to need people like this. Because imagine we had a catastrophic, injury issue, and then you're relying on Debayo. You know what I mean? It's a free. It's a no-brainer. Like people have said, he's had a very good career. Started at Leicester, went to Derby, Blackburn, Manchester United, Burnley, and Everton. So, yeah, exactly. We're going to make 5 key signings, but the thing is, Hannah, we had one of the smallest teams in the Championship. We're now going up to the Premier League, and one thing we're lacking is physicality, is people who are experienced, who are good in both boxes, etc. You can see there's going to be a switch. You can see with the players that we're bringing in, Leeds are going to be relying a lot on physicality and maybe being dominant from set pieces, etc. We might see we're coming away from that technical ballers kind of vibe. It'd be interesting to see how Farker goes about. I'm excited. 100. Well, born slippery. The main targets we know about, Jaka Bijol, Diarra, etc. But Mecha, no one knew about that until Graham Smith found out a couple of hours earlier. So, amazing. Yeah, so Michael Keane, do I believe it? Probably not. Would I be okay with it? Yeah. But that's me. I know a lot of people will go, wouldn't dare, we can do better than that. But this is a guy that will sit on the bench. You know what I mean? It's a guy that will sit on the bench. So, again, I don't mind it, but there's probably nothing in it anyway. Similarly to this story as well, again, this is an opinion piece. Look, opinion, it says. This is by, who wrote this? Josh Holland, Sports Central audience writer. He says, well, sorry, I shouldn't have even put this forward, because it's this sort of stuff that gets people. So it says, Leeds United learn Fernandes transfer asking prices, bargain 10 million Hijack emerges. Well, did they though when it's an opinion piece? What are you talking about? So there's no factual statements in this. It's an opinion piece. So forget this story altogether, folks. Now, this one here, Mateo Joseph agreement set as Leeds United already make transfer call. We have brought in Mecha. We are going to bring in another striker. Where does that leave Joseph? I'm interested to see if people think the club will sell him at this point. So let's ask that question. Will the club sell Joseph? Now, if you think no loan, just say no, because that's not a sale, right? I'm just interested to see what people's thoughts are on it, because Leeds have brought in Mecha. Now, he can play in a host of positions, of course. But the fact they've brought him in, and also we're still going to go out and get a number 9. And there'll be no buyers for Bamford. Bamford could leave on a free. So Bamford's going to be on the bench, yeah? So you're going to have new striker, Pirro, Bamford, Mecha. 4. There's 4 options there, solid options. If, of course, they can stay fit. But yeah, Tyler probably agreed. But I think when we did that video the other day, people understood it. Quite a lot of people commented and said, I understand it now. You've broke it down a little bit. That if you sell Joseph now for 8 million, you get to spend, 45 million right here, right now. So Joseph goes, but Bamford stays, goes on free next summer. Exactly, yeah. I think that's where it'll come from. Yeah, hope you're right, Hannah. Hope you're right. If we can get him in the right positions, finishing in it, you can score goals at any level. It's whether or not he can find that space against world-class defenders. That's the truth of it, innit? What's that? Who's that? Who said 10 million? We've got Harry Gray coming through as well. Yeah. Yeah, but again, Gelhardt, Greenwood, drop in the ocean. You won't get much. Yeah, Wayne, but from a PSR perspective, not so much. Not so much. He's probably peak time for selling now. Leeds need to sell Bamford. Yeah, but we won't, man. We won't. It wouldn't make sense from a PSR perspective and all that sort of stuff. People forget that. Is Metcha better than Joseph? I don't know. He scored more goals than him. He scored more goals than him, hasn't he? So, but anyway, Betis have made progress in their agreement with Joseph over a move to Leeds. They probably spoke to him and his team. He probably wants to move to Spain at this point. The news outlet reports that the Liga outfit are looking to finalise a deal as soon as they can, as they keep an eye on him during the under-21s. It's been claimed that the Verde Blancos feel the Whites' demands for the Spanish youngster are high, but they hope to start serious negotiations in the coming weeks. I've said, and I've continued to say, I think he will be sold. 75% you actually feel that might happen as well now at this point, which, I think you can sort of understand it. You don't have to agree with it, but you can understand it, can't you? And I think that's where we're at as a football club. Again, this is just confirmation as to what Graham Smith said yesterday, that Leeds will still go out and sign another striker, which is a positive, is important. And I believe they will do that. You know, last summer, I was very critical of the 49ers and said, when we signed Rothwell, that was going to be the Kamara replacement, if you remember. And I was like, oh my God, as if we're letting them get away with this. They're going to bring Rothwell in on loan, a player we tried to get last January. And now and I was wrong to think that, because they brought in Tanaka. So I'm not going to get caught up in that this summer to say Metcha is going to be our striker and they're not going to sign anyone else, because this still will be. Yeah. I agree with you, Rysel, by the way. Yeah. 100%. Rysel, Anton, it's on my it's on my business emails on my YouTube page, but it's my last name 1988@gmail.com. So that's Wayman1988@gmail.com. So yeah, Graham Smith basically saying what we all know to be true, that Leeds are working to sign another attacker, and so should they. What's this saying then? Nonto done at Leeds United after 30 million. Buonanotte transfer priority. This is bullshit. I don't think Nonto's done by any stretch of the imagination, by the way. Facundo Buonanotte could make a switch from Brighton to Leeds. I would take him. I'd loan him if I could. Again, it's an opinion, folks. So it wouldn't be surprising. It's an opinion, innit? Leeds are confident of signing Buonanotte. Listen, if we are interested in Buonanotte, I'd snap your hands off. 100%. And also a bit of a transfer not concerning Leeds, if you like, but apparently Sunderland move for Leeds product Charlie Creswell. People might say that's one that we got away, etc. But I think, again, maybe Creswell would have been better for us now when you look at the players we're trying to sign. I just think on the ball he's not the best. But yeah, like he would fit. If you look at Sunderland, Luke O'Nien, Dan Ballard, do you know what I mean? No disrespect, but meh, they're not Premier League defenders. It's a different standard. Exactly, Rysel. So yeah, Sunderland can have him. Don't let, unless he rips it up, and then we'll look silly. But yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Joe, mate, you saying that the reason why the 49ers won't get rid of Ben, I don't know what you're on about, bro, but you've said it's mad that people think that. What about, right, look, if there was a buyer for Bamford, he'd have already gone. Last summer, the summer before. Bamford, who's going to buy Bamford now when he's got 1 year left on his deal and he has fitness issues? Who? Why does it make sense from a PSR perspective for us to just pay him off? It doesn't. He's here till his contract runs out next summer. Done. Get on board with it, because we have this every summer. He is not going anywhere. I don't think at the time we should have, based on what, he'd played at Millwall, had lost. I think sometimes we overgas and expect more. He played at Millwall, was in and out at Millwall, then played 2 times at Leeds. What did you expect? I think it'll be a similar sort of price for a Gelhardt. You'll get next to nothing for fucking Greenwood and co. So it is what it is. Last time we were in the Prem, Bamford was good for missing pens and open nets. He can be lethal. No, I disagree, Jenkins. So he'd have had to been happy to not play. He wouldn't have played last season. He wouldn't have played last season. Yeah, exactly. This is the point, right? So it's pointless. You know, he's here. He's here to stay, and that's that. He's only got 1 year, and then we won't have to talk about him again, and we can move on to another subject that'll just dominate proceedings all the time. But yeah, I think that's it on the latest news. New Graham Smith article. Let's have a look then. What's he saying? Leeds United hopeful of getting deal completed for Bijol next week, despite today's reports of Newcastle interest. It was not actually today, mate. It was last week, but hey ho. Yeah, fuck knows. He's the forgotten man. Let's have a look then what Graham Smith said. I think they might be done, my roofers. I don't know. I'll let you know. Right, okay. So Bamford is level with Raymond is back then. Yeah, he's not the level though. He's going to be like third, fourth choice. Scouting at a charity match next month for the next big thing. Yeah. Listen, I bought my boots today. Do you want to see my boots? I'll show you my boots. I know. I'll show you my boots. Bad boys. You'll like them. None of this flashy stuff. You ready? Like that. Add over there. Look at these bad lads. That's what we're moving with. Ready? Boosh. Look at them, boy. Yes. Honestly, I've told them as well, we're having a training match on Saturday. We're all getting together for a training match. And I said, make sure you bring your shin pads because someone's getting it. So, yeah, happy days. Oh, no, they're measuring something up. They're not done yet. Right, okay. No talk as of yet, mate. No talk as of yet. Who's the other lad in the thumbnail? That's Habib Diarra, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's good. It's good. Clickbait title again. Snort. Don't click it then, mate. But you see, you've let yourself down. You got drawn in. You've got drawn in. Did I get them from the dark web? Why? What are you talking about? So Leeds United, huge transfer coup if we sign Diarra. Habib Diarra move imminent, which is according to news outlets in France. Newcastle hijack fears and more, which again the YEP are reporting that Newcastle are interested. So what do you want from me, bro? And if it gets you that vexed, I suggest don't watch YouTube, because guess what? Guess what one of the training things 101 at YouTube is? You know, if you actually go through YouTube's training program, it's clickable titles, and you clicked it. Oosh. 1-0 me. We've had the here we go from Fab, so I'd imagine so. But let's see what Graham Smith says. Can you hear that? Anyway. The Whites are positive about their chances. Can you hear me still? Oh, he's doing it in his TNs. Go on, lad. The Whites are positive about their chances of landing Jaka Bijol, despite reports of rival Premier League interest. Suggestions that Newcastle are keen to land him emerged on Monday morning. It wasn't. It was last week. We did a video on it. Keep up. Tally with the fact that the Magpies are in for a central defender. Sky Sports have reported that Newcastle, who can offer Champions League for, it's a slow news day for Graham, this, have entered the race for Bijol. But Ellen Road sources feel positive about the possibility of completing a deal. The YUP reported that Udinese are willing to accept 17 million. A departure seems inevitable. Personal terms are not thought to be an issue. And that's that, really. It does go on to say, let's just quickly pick up on this. Transfer chief at Leeds plan to strengthen the core of Farke's team and have pinpointed physicality, and that's why we're going for Bijol and Habib Diarra, etc. Yeah, so it's not much on there, but it definitely was last week. There is more truth in the YouTube content creators than... Yeah, 100% Wayne. Thank you very much for that, bro. Thank you very much. And sometimes we do hear things on the grapevine. We're in a privileged position because sometimes people will say, listen, this could happen, you know. They do. It is what it is. And if they do, I say. But not like saying... But yeah, you click the video, relax, man. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. So please don't allow it to affect your day. You know? Be good. Be good, be kind, be good. Who is Adam Underwood? Let's have a look at this. So this is Adam Underwood, the guy who is now our sporting director, basically. There he is pictured with young Archie Gray. The in-house appointment that will be crucial this summer. Not got mate, they're doing it now, bro. They're doing it now. They're in garden. Look, see if you can see. Oh, you can see like Calagas thing out there and ladders and that, and they're out on main landing there, just cutting. I think they must be just cutting the last bit. Oh, they got cement out and that. Go on, the lads. Go on, lads. To be honest, mate, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. That melatonin 2 you're taking, I heard it gives you crazy wood. To be honest, mate, I don't know. I've got no action at the minute, so I couldn't tell you, broski, if I'm being totally honest. I'll let you know, though. I'll let you know. Right, okay. So, Adam Underwood, let's get into what's been said a bit. So, this talks about Nick Hammond. According to source with knowledge, speaking anonymously like others in the article, Hammond recommended Adam Underwood. So, Nick Hammond had said to the 49ers, listen, Adam Underwood is good enough, yeah? Across the past year, Parag Marathi's chairmanship, there have been sweeping changes. Obviously, Jordan Miles left. What happened with Jordan Miles, by the way? He must have had a falling out with Farker, with someone, because he came and went, and there was no talk of it. I don't know what happened there. But Nick Hammond mentored Adam Underwood over the past 12 months, and that's why he's been given that position. Now, Evans Underwood and head of recruitment Alex Davis, who's like chief scout, know they have been thrown in at the deep end. They're confident in their processes. So am I, because they have not given us a bad player yet. Up to 80% of the legwork in every transfer Leeds complete will fall on Underwood, sporting director, yeah? In broad terms, he will be the face of the club when it comes to dealing with targets. So it won't be long before we see him in a suit, won't it? Sat next to, Jaka Bijol with a pen like that. You know what I mean? That'll be the new guy, not Angus anymore. It's a really good article. Bomber Cross been doing well since. He has, mate, yeah. And do you know what? He's a nice guy as well. Not met him personally, but he used to follow me. He used to come on All Leeds TV. We used to, say the odd word. Now he doesn't follow me. So I probably upset him. But there's this thing as well that Leeds United hate Leeds YouTubers as well. They're not on. I think a lot of it was because a YouTuber got messaged by Rads and aired it to everyone on Twitter. So from that point forward, they were like, we will never trust you guys again. So, and can you blame them? Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. There was once upon a time where they did like Leeds YouTubers, because I have been down to Ellen Road twice to do stuff for LU TV. When Bielsa was there, twice I did it. Met Tom Kerwin, met Emma Jones, was on Football Focus with Emma Jones, Josh Warrington, all these people. So there was once upon a time where they didn't mind us, and now they don't. So it is what it is. Anyway. So up to 8% of the legwork in every transfer Leeds complete will fall under Underwood. He'll be the... you all know that, though, right? This isn't me throwing shade as everyone. He's throwing shade again. I'm just saying that's what I believe. They're not keen on us. But yeah. Listen, and can you blame anybody for sharing that? No, probably not. Probably not. Rads wanted it shared, but he thought we'd all be like, oh, Raj, you're so beautiful. What a guy. But when really we just thought you were a dick. Anyway, we'll see anyway, because we do the charity game this summer. Maybe next summer they go, do you want to do it at Ellen Road? Be nice to. One day, yeah. So yeah, Adam Underwood, boom, will be there. He may be unproven as a sporting director, but his wider reputation as an executive has been on upward trajectory for a decade. So he's been at the club for a very long time. Senior club sources work alongside Underwood, says academy leadership has always been impressive. He's won awards whilst at the football club as well. Harry Gray, Sam Chambers, Archie, Charlie Creswell, Gotts, Casey, McCalmont. What happened to McCalmont, by the way? Did we sell him? Jack Clark, Shackleton, Ronaldo, Vieira all made first-team debuts after graduating through the academy. Archie Gray, Clark and Vieira generated substantial transfer fees for the club. He's done his fair share of coaching. He has been the guy that's assembled the coaches. So yeah, it's a big piece on why he's the right man for the job. Adam played a part in that when we look at the high potential younger players, Greenwood, Gelhardt, Somerville. Yeah, so he's worked with Mark Jackson. Obviously, Mark Jackson said positive things about him. He had a good relationship with Bielsa, which is always something that makes me happy anyway. Current manager Farker has also grown close to him, which is positive, right? You want synergy between your sporting director and your manager. You don't want them, you don't want that to be broken. Lincoln City head coach Michael Scabala said he's really ambitious, but in a Leeds type way. Probably it's a testament to him that he has got to a level of sporting director, right? He's very ambitious in his own career, would always want to progress, but wanted to be ready first. Very calculated, but very ambitious. There you go. He's definitely had other clubs always sniffing around him to become technical director and sporting director. Wow, some big Premier League clubs will try to get him to move. He never left, so it shows you his commitment. There you go then. So that tells you all you need to know. I love that. I didn't know that he was wanted by other Premier League clubs and he turned them down. So he's nothing but good things to say about him. He's the bedrock of the club. Love that. He's come through the ranks. Again, that's music to my ears. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that, Danny B. Big up, man. Thanks for that. Is that... Oh, Danny. Yeah, big up. Training on Saturday, boy. Changes happen quickly in football. People come in and out, but he's the Mr. Constant. He's a smart appointment as sporting director. He knows the fans. He knows the club, every corner of the training ground. He's a really good guy to work for, really supportive of staff, really good with players, pushing the club and makes good decisions. He's a trustworthy character, a man with the club at heart. Perfect, innit? Perfect. Adam's been building toward this, developing the skills a sporting director needs. And the facts are, folks, in 2025, we need to know who the sporting director is, right? We know how pivotal their roles are. They now go for massive amounts of money as well. Who can forget your Dan Ashworth when he went to Man United and back again in Newcastle and all that sort of stuff? They are. What's the guy? Is it Omar Barada, who went to Manchester United from City? The guy Campos, I think his name is, at PSG. We know how bad Orta was. Like these are big wigs now, and you need to know them, right? So yeah, I'm excited for this new regime. I'm excited for Leeds United. Listen, the fixtures are out in 2 days. Soon come, doesn't it? It'll be August before you know it, and we'll be sat here going, "Come on, Leeds!" I can't wait. But before that, plenty more transfers to come through the door. But yeah, plenty more transfers to come through the door. But that's a bit of a roundup now. Don't forget, folks, the Club World Cup is currently playing. I'm not really feeling it, but I'm working it. What an embarrassment that was for them. For the 10-0 Bayern Munich won, 6-0 at half time. Embarrassing. Of course, PSG beat Atleti last night, 4-0. But we've got Chelsea versus Lyon. Not Lyon in France, Lyon in maybe Mexico. We'll do that tonight. Fluminense versus Dortmund, City versus Wydad. We'll follow some of the bigger teams. So join me for that. Make sure you get your match bingo card ready as well. Links in the description. We can have a catch-up and chat during them games. Yeah, if anything else breaks, I'll be here. But I think after 20 past 2, how tired in that I am, I think I'm going to go have a nap. It's an hard life. Anyway, the competition is embarrassing. I agree with you. It is. It's bad. Can't wait for the fixture release on Wednesday. It's like effing Christmas. Yeah, listen, everybody, every man and his dog will probably be streaming it. But come over to your boy if you don't mind. Like, it's competition at the end of the day. If you want to go there, that's totally fine. But please come over here as well. Anyway, smash me a like on the video, and I will see you probably later on this evening. Love for the love, man. Bye.